What's up, man?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
What's up? Where you from, brother?
San Francisco. What does uh
Oh.
what does it mean by retro? You specialize in like old music or something? Old stuff?
Well, I'm an older guy doing music, so you know what I
Oh,
mean.
you
I'm an older guy doing rap music, so you know what I mean. And I got that like boom bap 80, 90 sound. So I just
all
named
right.
myself Retro the Project Boy, and Project Boys because when I was younger, we were the Project Boys, and across the railroad track was the Uptown Boys. So you know what I mean. It was just a little thing back in the days when I was younger, and this, you know, it just stuck with me.
So the project refers to what? The housing development or just the fact that you're doing the
Yeah,
project?
no, it refers to the hood, the housing development. Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Okay.
where I'm from. I ain't gonna lie, I'm from the slums, man. But I'm a country boy. I'm from South Carolina, and
Okay.
everywhere you go, there's hoods and slums and stuff like that. So but we made that out of a positive thing. You know what I mean? When there was a lot of negative going on in the hood. So I just
Hmm.
and we was on one side, and there's another side. But when shit happened, we all got together and handled it. So we was Project Boys, and Uptown Boys was across the railroad tracks.
Gotcha.
So I
You
just
don't
kept I
sound
just
that.
I just kept it, man.
You don't. You don't sound that old. How old are you? Like 42,
41.
41. All right. See how good I am at guessing age. I'm pretty good at that.
You're pretty
I don't
good.
know
You're
why.
pretty good, brother. How old are
I don't
you?
know why, but I'm 53.
Okay.
So I've got a few years on you. You're not
Yeah, a
that
little
old.
bit.
I think
That's
it's
it. Nah.
interesting for 40-year-old people to be calling themselves old.
Well, I feel you though. You can say that because a 70-year-old man probably say the same thing about you.
That's probably true. Especially, and if you're 100, you're probably not saying much about anything.
Yeah, you talking to God after that.
Okay, there you go. So let's hear some of this music you're making.
All right, check it out, man. I got my links on my profile on here. I
All
have
right.
all my. I just put all my links on there just like 5 minutes ago, and
Here's the problem with that, though. If I click away and I try to listen to something, it mutes my audio here. They
okay,
should make it so that you can play it and continue talking at the same time. That would be pretty cool. But if I
yeah,
go
that would be
away,
cool.
so you don't have anything queued up right there on your computer?
Oh no, no, no! I got my kids with me, and I got my two year
Oh,
old
okay.
with me, and I got my 6 year
Right.
old with me, and I'm helping them with his schoolwork. So and then I don't have. Let me see if I can cue something. I'll see if I
You're
can
not
cue something.
you're,
My
you're
son.
not helping that. Let's be honest. You're not helping them that much because you're just farting around on stereo. So
You're
don't don't
right.
don't don't kid yourself, buddy. It's all cut out now.
You can hear me?
There you go. And now you're back.
Okay. All right. Let me see.
My music is on all platforms. I can pull it up on the PlayStation or to YouTube.
I'm waiting to hear some Boys to Men type shit. Are you singing or rapping?
I don't know about no boys and men, bro.
Well, are you singing or are you rapping? That's
I'm
what I'm
rapping,
asking.
bro. I'm
Oh,
rapping. I'm
okay.
rapping. I'm rapping. Yeah, I'm a
So maybe
rapper.
it's so we're gonna
Huh?
hear some little kid and play type rap. Is
Nah,
that
you
right?
might hear some cool G. You might hear some cool G rap. You might hear some in that era, the '90s era, the Nas type shit.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that type of era.
See, when
You
I
might.
think '90s,
Hmm?
I always think of the pop '90s rap more than just
Oh,
the
okay.
serious shit.
Real commercial shit.
I'd like to hear somebody doing kid and play type music right now.
That would be dope. It'll be different, but you know what I mean. That'd be dope.
Or who are those kids
Kid
with
and
the
play,
backward?
yeah.
Who are those kids with the
Hmm?
backwards pants?
Crisscross.
Crisscross. See, that's
Yeah.
that. I mean, nobody really respects the old pop stuff. They always go for the more political or serious shit. but
Yeah.
I got a soft spot for the old pop rap of the 90s.
Yeah, Crisscross, man. Yeah, Crisscross back in the day, they weren't even rappers. They were just kids that Jermaine Dupri saw in the mall that looked cool.
Yeah.
And one day Jermaine Dupri, became friends with him, and he was like, "Hey, I want you to wear this backwards to see how the people would act." And ever since then, they start wearing this shit backwards.
Funny shit.
And a lot of people don't know Treach from Naughty by Nature wrote all their music.
You know what? He gave me a pair of Adidas one time.
Oh, wow. Who? Treach?
Yeah, from Naughty by Nature. I drove him around. I promoted his show in Salt Lake City, and I just had this.
That's amazing.
I had this 1967 International Harvester Divco. Like, it's just a old beat up milk truck, right? And I was also doing the show running that day because I was a do-it-yourself guy. So I was a promoter, but also the showrunner. And he needed to go back to his hotel, and I was going to drive him in his van. And I said, "You want to go in this instead?" And I pointed to my Metro, right? So me and Treach drove around in my Metro, this old beat up, really beat up old Metro, and with no doors on it, just driving around Salt Lake City. And after that, he loaded me up with a bunch of Adidas because they got free Adidas. So that's my Treach from Naughty by Nature story.
That's amazing that you even knew him. That's amazing, bro.
Well, it's not like we knew each other. It's not like we were pals.
But but you conversated with him and he looked out for you on something. Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, it was funny because that's when "You're Down with OPP" was the #1 song. That was
wow. So he was pretty big. Yeah,
it was right, and so that was when he was really big. But nobody would have believed we were driving around town in my old Metro, and his door was slid right open. They have the sliding doors, right? So when you open the doors, it's kind of like a UPS truck, but from the 60s, and it was beat up, old blue, and I'm driving around, and nobody would really realize that it's like this #1 selling rap star is driving around this shitty old van around Salt Lake City, Utah. It was pretty funny.
That's crazy. That's amazing, man. That's a good story.
But also, I drove him back to his hotel at the end of the night, but not in the Metro. By this time, I drove them all back in the van. And let me tell you, those guys in those days, they were staying at a kind of a shitty hotel, like the Hampton Inn or whatever.
Okay,
They're trying to have a big party in the Hampton Inn. I'm going, dude, it's gonna get kicked out of here. You know what I mean? It's just like you usually get you'd think that those guys would have like a nice hotel, but no, just kind of a shitty, almost a motel. You know what I mean?
Damn. That's crazy.
That was fun. That was fun times. I did a bunch of rap shows back then. Rap wasn't my specialty, but I kind of got in. I ended up partnering with these guys that did a bunch of rap, and we did. Who else did we do? We did Arrested Development.
So you do promotions?
I used to. I don't anymore, but I did for about 10 years back in the 90s.
Wow.
That was what I did in the 90s. 90s was when I was a concert promoter, but then I moved to San Francisco in 1998. And I did a few more shows after that, but by the time 2000 rolled around, I was done doing shows.
What made you quit? What made you stop doing that?
Well, it just kind of the business changed. I got into it because I'm a musician myself, and I have my own band. And so I promoted my own band, and then in order to keep going, I brought in other bands to play with, because you can't just do your own band every day. And all of a sudden, I magically had this promotion career, and it got bigger and bigger. And then agents that represented one band started calling me because they represented other bands that weren't necessarily in my genre. And then one thing leads to another, and suddenly I'm doing, all kinds of shows, big shows. But the bigger that it went, the bigger that it got, the less fun it became, And honestly, the less money we could make. It's weird, but you'd think you'd make more money on bigger shows, but it's not true. You make more money on smaller shows where you can control it a little bit more. Big shows, the bands come in and they have so many different expenses. Their managers are nitpicky with everything, and it's just hard to make money.
Chill. Hold a minute. Sit down. You about to do some schoolwork in a minute. Sit down. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's a hell of a career. I know you saw some crazy shit.
Yeah, it's not
That's
that
amazing,
crazy.
man.
It is.
I mean, you're saying that like, hey, like it's nothing, but it's amazing. That's amazing to me, man.
Yeah, it's not that amazing. Trust me. It's just kind of like
Shit.
small
You've been
markets,
around some
small
legends,
cities.
though.
I have lots of them. That's the truth.
Are you? Well, you might be a legend. I might be talking to a legend right now. Shit, I don't
Well,
know. I mean,
I'm not a legend, but I know a lot of
shit.
legends. I got my own version of legend on the internet, but
I feel you. I understand that. What's the name of your band, man?
I was in a band called Swim Herschel Swim, but I toured the world with a band called No Doubt. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Okay. No, not
Gwen
quite. I listen to
Stefani.
it.
You know who
Oh,
Gwen
okay.
Stefani is.
Yeah,
that
I know. I know who that is.
That was her old band. I knew them when they were kids, and that's when they were one of the first bands I promoted, and they're one of the first bands I knew as friends that we were actually good friends, and then they broke big. You know.
Wow. So, damn. So you know it. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know everybody from the '90s. Let's just put it that way. If there's somebody in the '90s in the music business, I've met them. It doesn't mean I'm friends with them. Doesn't mean we chummed around, but I've pretty much rubbed elbows and had conversations with all the '90s people.
So who is the weirdest person that you conversated and talked to for a short period of time? You know what I mean? Like, who was the weirdest person? You're like, you thinking that person is cool or nice or whatever like that, but when you meet them, they're weird as shit.
The one that was the weirdest was probably what's his name from Sugar Ray, and he ended up becoming a TV host on like Entertainment Tonight. What the fuck is his name?
Oh yeah. I don't know his name, but I know about Sugar Ray, the group, and I remember that dude's face. I can see his face right now.
He's such a douchebag, man. The guy is the biggest fucking cokehead douchebag in the entire world. Totally full of himself. I mean, and a weirdo. He's just a weirdo. I mean, I can't really judge because he was. I mean, I can because he was the one that did the drugs that made him weird. But you know, when you meet somebody and they're totally fucking high on cocaine, and I have to look up.
Out, huh?
I have to look up his name because I forget his name for some reason.
Yeah. He was spaced out though.
Oh yeah, and just ego, just a total blech.
Oh man, I bet that was a disappointment, man. You thinking a person one way, and he's something else, man. You know.
Well, actually, I wasn't surprised by that. I mean, I thought he was a douche anyway, and he was, you know, I didn't like his music. What the fuck's his name?
Yeah.
Why can't I see his name? Oh, Mark McGrath. That's his name. Ugh.
Mark McGrath. Okay. Hey, I'm following you, man. I'm definitely following you. You interesting person, man. Very interesting, man. You're very interesting, man.
I got a lot of stories about a lot of people that a lot of people know about. That's for sure.
I hear that, brother. I hear that. And I'm just like, I'm doing this. I love music. I'm doing this as a hobby. I used to do music when I was young, and it just released a lot of stress. You know what I mean? When you got like stuff on your mind or anything, you know, it's my therapy. And I'm not saying, I want to make it big. I don't care about all that crap. I just want to
fun.
make music.
I make music every day too, because what could be more fun than making music? It's a wonderful
something
thing.
you love to do.
Yeah,
exactly. That's your own theme music. That's your theme music.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, making it into a profession actually kind of ruins it. I'll be honest. You know.
Yeah.
When you do it for the love of it, then you're just enjoying it. I got a little bit of addendum to that story about Treach or Treach or whatever you want to call him. I took those Adidas. I took those Adidas and got cash for them at Nordstrom. I didn't wear them. They used to have a policy at Nordstrom that they had a no questions asked policy, you know?
Yeah.
And so I had them in the box, you know, they were in the box, they're like free pair. I took them in there, I said, hey, I want to return these. And they said, did you buy them here? And I said, well, I just want to return them. You have a no questions asked policy, right? And they're like, they were like, they were like models of Adidas that they didn't even sell anyway. So the woman was looking at me like, kind of giving me stink eye. But they did. They just looked up prices for them. They gave me my money back, and I didn't even get them from there. So.
Oh wow! It was a lot of them, or what? It was a whole bunch of them, or
it was just 3 pair. I had 3. He gave me 3 pair of Adidas. They were like black clamshell Adidas. Remember those?
Okay. Yeah. Classics.
Yeah, they were the classic. Well, not really. They would have had the white. It was when they changed to black rubber, because the classic Adidas have the white rubber clamshell toe.
You are right. I'm more of a Nike and all that, fan, but I remember that era where people who used to wear Adidas. I had a pair of shell toe Adidas.
Well, I mean, come on, Run DMC. What are you gonna do?
Yes, sir. Yeah. You got to, bro. Gotta have it.
So wait, before we end this conversation, do you have any of your stuff queued up that we can listen to?
Yeah, I can cue it up. I'm sorry. We just got deep in conversation. I can cue it up real quick.
All right.
Hold 1 minute, Jim. Where is the remote at? There it goes. Let me see. And I enjoy talking to you, man. Like I said, I just follow you, and
Oh, that's good.
All right, let me rewind this back. Yes, baby.
It's too loud.
No, it's not loud. I didn't even play it yet, man. This is the beginning of the song. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear.
And from out of the high darkness comes a strange sound.
Let's begin the story. Accurate assassinate. That's why they relocate them up with the cap type. Your wife will just hallucinate, disintegrate the ashes of sprinkle on the interstate. Watch this bomb detonate. While my niggas infiltrate, barbarian. Swinging blades just like a flag. We cutting out heads, throwing bodies over the legs. Full of blood on these microwave thugs. Catch slugs on the snub, tuck them under the dirt. Face on the shirt, show no love. Use the pedal place by the staircase. Ain't no stalemate. Keep the shell case, so the gel case. Pulling out the ruler. And I'm short with the scared face. On the war in the field like a chess move. You better bring your armor on the weapon or the weapon. Keep a stick conscious hanging out like the tip. Always plain and simple. Medical mind, I'm going Rambo. Spitting back the fight and never running out of ammo in the game of life. It's like the playoff, we'll take the day off. We'll catch them sipping like a transmission. Watch this underdog as he transitions. Nigga, listen, I won't stop even after the mission. Like John Legend, I'm pressing keys and singing notes. My niggas cut drugs, poisonous, no antidote. They say it ain't safe, but they don't know the code. Getting next out, we're protecting your soul. I'm going out.
Oh, man, that's a little.
There you go. I got you.
Okay, that's a little track I did called Wicked City.
That's cool. How long ago did you do that?
I did that 4 months ago.
That's cool. Yeah, that does have that 90s feel. Totally minimalist. That was basically just drum machine and vocals, right?
Yeah, it had like a bass line and
Yeah, you can't really hear the bass line over the phone. But,
yeah. And then I do I'm from the South, so I do South music too. Like that's the hip hop. That's what we was raised up on, like the boom bap hip hop type sound. I was raised up on rock and roll and heavy metal. My dad plays in a band right now. My dad's 71 years old. He plays lead guitar in a band right now. And
that's cool.
Yeah, man. And all around South Carolina, Atlanta, different places down south.
Do you remember Paris?
Paris, EP.1 Paris? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Paris Smith.
That reminded me a little bit of that.
Okay. and then like I said, I'm from the South, so I do music like this too. I'm about to let you hear. see if I can cut it up a little bit. That's just the intro of it.
Short order, you crazy? Oh no, 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 no. Never trust a nigga, never trust a hoe. I'm just like Lucy Boy, I just got the glow. Double crossing niggas, single double whoa. Oh no, 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 no. Never trust a nigga, never trust a hoe.
I don't know if you can hear it good or not.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Okay.
Killing my riddles and kidding. Fuck around, can't tune your figures. I'm sick of the cold nigga, I live. Tony King doesn't hit different. I'm kicking it close. I need to find a better way with a religion. I need a better bitch to stay on my own. They copy me like I'm a clone. The woman in the toilet for the thinking hot guy. Top nigga till I die. You gon' need to stay coming for the knockout. I ain't worried about none of these niggas. They think watching me like I'm holding up on king. Like chopping through you, put the full out to the needle. I'm ready to go. Little kid niggas the head. Shit, get you told they head now. Doesn't matter if it's real. Some of my people don't know what it takes to get here. Had to get it alone. All day, all night. I used to
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I got it. I got it.
You know,
That
I
is
switch
that-
up from
That is
I
that
switch up
dirty
from back and
South
forth.
rhythm. You got that dirty South pentameter in your rhyme.
yeah, man.
That's
I
cool.
didn't want
And
to bore
you
you
got-
with stuff, man.
Even that. That's totally 90s.
Yeah. It is. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why I call myself Retro the Project Boy, because I switch back up and I do different type of music like that. So
Makes sense.
definitely, man.
Well, keep at it, man. Now teach them kids. You got them right there waiting. You got to teach them so they don't turn out dumb.
Yes, sir. You're right. Definitely. Hey, God bless, man. And I enjoy talking to you, man. I'll see you around on here.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you later. Bye
All
bye.
right.